So, I was gonna say, people love going on holidays. Excuse me for that interruption. So, people like going on holidays, and then what that creates is a lot of disruption. You have so many people waiting online, and it's just it's unenjoyable. There's a lot of chaos, and people all want to do the same thing at the same time, and it's just one of the reasons why I don't travel outside the state, especially out of the country, because everybody wants to do everything at the same time, and it just makes it unenjoyable. I know us as Americans, we work a lot, and then overseas they like to take their vacations like I don't know 7 times a year or whatever, like every other month. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Probably every other month, but still, you know, we like to take vacations when it's always the holidays. This is why I learned my lesson years ago that I like to take off when it's non vacation, just random days or the weeks. So, anyhow, travel I think, is considered a luxury item because it makes no sense. It's just an expense. Like, there's no need to travel unless, you have the money and time to do so. But again, think about this. At a time like this, why would somebody want to travel? And especially within the next 6 months. Like, I don't know why. Like, people don't understand that, you know, uh, when we're at critical times, like, you need to start thinking about yourself and protecting yourself and, you know, uh, putting away the money and just kind of say, you know what, I think the world is a little too violent. I think if I want to travel, I want to stay a little bit local this time. I don't think I should be traveling abroad. Look what happens in Paris. People have sabotaged the trains. I don't know why. Reason being, who knows, maybe they wanted to rob people. Again, the world is a violent place. um Can't say I didn't warn you. Just see it coming like a freight train. People are just very blindsided as to uh, the truth and what is really going on. And again, it's pretty simple. Like, you know, be aware of what's really going on. Like, like even let's say after work you just come straight home. Whatever. If you're not noticing anything, fine. Whatever. Like, actually watch the news and not like just CNN knows. Like, actually watch real news. Watch people um on social media and see how hard people are struggling and see how fellow Americans are voicing their opinions and see how they're not making ends meet. They're tired of like these low wages because they can't afford anything. And then on top of that, unaffordability, and this is all across the U.S., all across the board. And two, uh, finding homes, affordable homes. It's another thing. Yes, we're building homes, but again, unaffordable. Anybody says these rents are going down and prices are going down this year, bogus. Total bogus. Uh, Things are just getting more expensive. If things do go down, they'll, for the time being, not rents, maybe housing crisis, but rents, I don't think so. Bogus. Uh, Again, aside from that, like I said, the whole traveling thing, look what happened. Again, talking about part two in this video. Technology, CrowdStrike. Uh, this company is heavily affiliated with Microsoft. Microsoft threw out an update. This is the details from what I know. Microsoft threw out an update, and apparently with this update, it caused the blue screen of death, as they say, and it just whacked out so many systems. And this is like global. One of the first things that many people can agree, uh, how are we depending on just one or two companies to run very important systems in our economy? And then if they fail, we can't function as a society, environment, and government. This is just insane. Insane. Then you see CrowdStrike a few days later, the whole technology sector, boom. Whether earnings do good this quarter or not, with the whole global fiasco that happened the past few weeks, you know, short term downtrend for technology. This is a very good opportunity to jump into technology because of that. Uh, I sure am looking at some stocks into technology with this downtrend. And then, again, when it comes to my partners, when they mention, technology stocks going down, this whole broadening out, we're gonna make the whole system equal again, and we want small caps to broaden out and do good again. Bogus. A lot of these analysts, I'm sorry to say, analysts, and very important people, CEOs, CIOs, whatever, and people in management positions and leadership, whatever. Um, Sorry to say, if you're watching, viewers, clients, subscribers, everybody who supports my work, most of these people don't know what they're talking about. They do half work, and they don't put the time and dedication and investment in research as to doing the due diligence that they should be doing, because again, they just want to be marketing themselves or whatever the case may be. Um, Again, they may have a tiny good insight, and it's because they all share the same thing. Because you're gonna hear it from all these other people. Oh yeah, they're broadening it out. They're broadening it out. They want to equalize the whole stock market, but I haven't really seen that. Yeah, small caps. They're saying, oh, now uh, with rate cuts on the table and rate cuts this, rate cuts that if we do rate cuts, then the stock market will do well again. And that's not really the case. That makes no sense whatsoever. Uh, when you cut rates, you're going into growth mode, but at what cost? You should be able to still do business, even, and then this is not even a high interest rate environment. What, 5.5%? Are you kidding me? In the 80s, they were over double digits. So I don't know why people are saying, and Wall Street is always saying, "Oh, we need to cut rates, and this and that, and whatever." And then from the CME watch tool, they're saying, "Oh, an over 90% chance that they're gonna cut rates," and I don't even have that in my model. Like, I don't even have those percentages. So I don't know why everybody's trying to jump on board. Everybody on Wall Street saying, "Oh yeah, cut rates, cut rates, cut rates," which is the dumbest thing ever. Again, we need to be honest, be transparent, and do your due diligence and really think about what the Fed is always saying. They are data dependent, and they want to reach the 2% inflation goal. Inflation right now, I don't know what it's at, 2.6 or 2.7. So they have a little bit long ways to go. Uh, would it hit in September? Yeah, who knows? But I'm not giving it that high of a rate. I just think it's a 50-50 chance that they cut rates in September. If they do, it'll be a quarter point. Nothing crazy. Wall Street is just being greedy. That's just the God's honest truth. They want to cut, it's funny. I mentioned this is my base case when it comes to interest rates. Sorry to jump off topic with the whole technology, but I just wanted to throw this out there. When it comes to the interest rates, again, the government is going to do what they got to do. So, Wall Street being greedy all over again. Again, I've said this before. The greed is real on Wall Street. Very real. So, when it comes to cutting rates, at what cost? The American citizens and their lives, job losses, wars being supported. Also, you can make, your hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank. This is going to suck. And again, Wall Street is just asking for it. The more greedy they are, the worse things are going to be year after year. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. Again, we're already seeing the past 4 years what damage has been done. If you think that things are going to get better in the next 4 years, we're kidding ourselves. The government is kidding themselves. Wall Street is kidding themselves. We need an overhaul bad. Bad, bad, bad. I remember one Vivek's speech he was saying, and this is what I like about Trump, with the whole draining the swamp. A lot of people in the government, they need to go. We need less government. That needs to go. Kick it out the can. We have people that are way past retirement. Joe Biden's not the only one that's old age. We have like all these people in government. I'm sorry to say, they just love the lip service. And they're just collecting a check, getting rich off American citizens' back. And these people are like 75 plus years old. And, getting free money just going back and forth for what? Lip service. Not even passing laws and rules and regulations while, American citizens are just struggling. Well, it's a shame. It's a shame. We need an overhaul. I do agree with Vivek. A lot of security personnel, FBI, all that needs to go. They need to overhaul that. We need to hire diversity with different. We need an overhaul. We just need an overhaul of everything. Government, security personnel. Oh my gosh, we need an overhaul. I don't even know how else to say it. Everywhere in the government, leadership in all areas, Wall Street, Main Street, in the government, everywhere. People even mentioned the New World Order and this whole generational transfer of wealth and this and that. And again, as they say, the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. So we have people that, are rigging the stock market. Government is involved, obviously. Politicians picking their selections in the stock market. And obviously, they want to rig the system in their favor. And then, NVIDIA was the top pick for Nancy Pelosi a few years ago. Lo and behold, look what paid off this year. That wasn't a coincidence. So anyways, a lot of corruption, a lot of bailouts, a lot of hidden bailouts, a lot of nonsense. Private equity, um, you know, it's very tricky, but it's very difficult. It's almost like an IPO. It's like you want to do business. Everyone's seeing stocks in the IPO. That's how I can relate it to PE. Like it's like you want to do business, but it's extremely hard and extremely risky because uh, you know a company is profitable, but once you take it over through M&A or whatever it is you want to do, then it's like you're risking the whole dynamic because when you do that, the current company might not feel comfortable with the new management or how things may work out or what may happen. So, uh, some people just don't like change. That's the issue. And so, when, especially workers, because I've had it happen to me, and again, um, I've transformed ever since I moved to Florida. I've single handedly myself, I have transformed three companies and three major businesses that ever since I've been in Florida, I've done it myself, even with the current company that I am in now. And again, it just led me to believe that, you know what, it is no way how, first company I worked for, 4 years later or 3.5 years later, decided to sell, made money on that. Second company again, single handedly. I was there for about almost 4 years, and I was actually a little bit involved in finance at a low level, um, accounts payables and all that, managing a card. Again, 4 years later, sold the company to a firm, made money on that. I left right after the takeover, literally the first week. I was already gone. I was already looking when I already heard about it, and that was it. Said and done. Done deal. Out of there. Third company I'm with now. High transformation. Uh they're not gonna sell, but again, the profits are there. That's what led me to believe that, you know, I'm good at what I do. And again, it sucks to say that um it takes a lot of work, dedication, and commitment to do what I do. I do want to say to uh, management at Bloomberg, and I can read between the lines. Trust me, um, I see a lot what's going good, which is fine. I see a lot of good things, but just a few adjustments that need to be taken care of. That is highly being bothered by employees, and I can see it, and I'm gonna state it because they might not have a voice because they work there, but I'm gonna say it for what it really is because I don't represent them, but I do understand because I'm an assistant manager and I can see it right off the bat. Um, Bloomberg management, if you're seeing this, hearing this and stuff right now, uh, I want you guys to please understand: do not overwork your staff. Do not overwork your staff. It takes a lot of commitment to do what I do. I work on weekends because I'm a highly efficient individual. I do what I do because not only I enjoy it, I live, breathe, and just work this. Uh, I don't want you guys to strain your employees. It's not something I would recommend to have your staff working on the weekends. Um, quick takes are fine, but when it comes to actual news, It's fine to report it in a quick take, but I wouldn't recommend it on the weekends. Give your people a break. Um, I know what it's like, and I wouldn't want that for staff at Bloomberg. Um, people are gonna be burned out. Uh, I know that I can see a lot of staff. I could just picture it, just running the scenario that people are not satisfied with that kind of change when they might be overwhelmed. Again, I do see and I do enjoy the leadership from the following people that I have mentioned. Obviously, I mentioned in my other video that I was speaking. Obviously, Romaine, Carol, we have who else? Scarlett, obviously, Alex. We have Shanali, Katie, Matt Miller, then David Weston, obviously. Who else am I missing? I said Carol already, I think, right? So Carol, Tim, uh, another one that I've been seeing lately, that I remember his name is Bailey. Bailey has a lot of potential. Uh, but again, I do enjoy that they're bringing other Bloomberg correspondents onto the show, and then they have their little synopsis with them, and they share their feedback, and they're kind of implementing the whole team at Bloomberg, which is really really good. Um, that's going to be really good for sales when we're putting in quick news like that. Really great work. So again, I've seen and I've heard and I understand there's gonna be some frustrations with that kind of change, and again offer some flexibility and some options to the staff. If they want to work from home, that would be a good option. And they don't have to stay at home all week. Come to the office maybe once or twice a week. Uh, or off on Fridays or off on Mondays, or then also um, offer options or flexibilities for schedules where maybe it's well, they can't really do that because they need the stock market is actually open Monday through Friday. I was gonna say I was gonna say Monday through Thursday, so four 10-hour days. So 4 days but 10-hour days, but they can't really do that. Anyways, that's not my job, but again, offer some flexibility for these people. They work really hard. Uh, on another note, uh, the two people that are running always at a high level, Romaine and Carol, just tremendous, tremendous assets. Um, I think those are your two like potential top seniority leaders. And then the second bracket of leadership, again, those other correspondents that I mentioned, again, Katie, Shanali, uh, Matt, then we have, obviously Romaine, Scarlett, Alex, uh, Tim, uh, David Weston, just so many names. And mix it up from there. We can, you know, mix it up with some other people as well, which it has been really good. Bloomberg Intelligence getting involved as well. It's a really nice segment as well. So I'm already off with 25 minutes with this. Wow, this is long. I didn't expect it to be this long. I thought maybe I was gonna do maybe 15 minutes each segment. So anyhow, with the technology part too, I don't mean number two, but TOO. Uh, so CrowdStrike and Microsoft dipped down as well. Uh, yeah, I'm stunned. I find it striking that two companies are just dominating the global economy. It's nuts. It's nuts. There needs to be more you know, equal equal opportunity for other companies to take market share. It's just I'm lost for words, really. I just can't believe it. I know Microsoft is big, but CrowdStrike, for it to be that big, and for it to be highly reliable in that aspect as to being global, like that's insane. And then to crash it like the way it is now, I mean, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. So, yeah, bearish on the short term when it comes to technology, but on the long run, I'm bullish on technology. So with earnings and everything, whatever else comes to mind, I mentioned earlier, and then also with earnings and all that, I guess throughout the whole year, again, I'm not always fully bearish, but um, I'm slightly leaning always, and I've always said it ever since 2020, especially. I'm slightly leaning more towards the bear side usually, and it's just because there's gonna be a mixed bag of earnings. Obviously, we're gonna have the majority of positive earnings, but then people are just getting slaughtered and punished if you miss those earnings. And again, rule number one: the stock market is not the real economy. People tend to forget that. Um, I find it, uh, you know, shocking, really, that analysts and all these people they don't think of the rules, and they don't play by the rules. And you know, I understand that they have their opinion. They're trying to manage people's portfolio, and they want to do good and cash out, but this is just not the way to do it. To try to keep urging people, and then just watching the news, and oh yeah, that person said that. I want to say the same thing on this on next time on the next show, and say that. So it can just become a trend, like because if you have in a classroom, 30 people, and then 22 people are saying the same thing versus the eight, obviously, you know that voice is going to be heard because everybody seems to be saying it for it to be true, but there's no reasoning, logic, or uh, final decision making behind that. It's just, madness. It's just thought out madness just to say, oh, yeah, let's do this and that's it. It's just not going to work. Then, we have the smaller size where, people are trying to state the reasons behind it, and nothing is just clicking. Nothing's like following through with the answers as to what's going on. Um, it just sucks to say that like you're trying to do the right thing and seek the truth, and it's people like me that do that, and then you know it just doesn't happen. You know, so we just gotta fight the good fight, and then keep doing what I do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, with stocks, um, this is what I can point out. So like I mentioned, we're gonna do this. So what do we have here? Google, they reported earnings not too long ago, and then we have boy, let me lean on this wall. I don't want to go to sleep. 2:35 in the morning. So the last month, look at that drop. Look at that drop. Then obviously CrowdStrike dipped down. Then Donald Trump's stock. Um, yeah, it's been a crazy ride, crazy ride. Look at Nvidia. You can see the last 3 months. It was right there. Then it started to drop, and there you have it. Started to drop. So yeah, that was it. I mean, it's been crazy. been a crazy past few weeks. So yeah, technology. I mean, there needs to be more companies in CrowdStrike that can actually be reliable and have actually quality. I think another thing too, they missed out on quality assurance because the whole disruption behind this was that they threw out the update, and I don't know if it was unfinished. Excuse me. I don't know if the update was unfinished or whatever, but I can tell that they needed to do more testing and quality assurance, and they needed to run this through thoroughly before releasing it. Because, yeah, again, bigger isn't always better. So, yeah, it's gonna take a bunch of other companies to get what we have to get going. Um, Trying to think what else. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really don't do lip service. I'm starting to get sleepy. Thank you guys for watching. I know I haven't done a video in almost 2 weeks. I've been tremendously busy, and then watching my Bloomberg partners too. I'm putting their time above mine, and that's one of the main reasons why I can do a video, because ever since they've done the open interest, I'm trying to catch up and do family stuff, and then have a life as well, and it's like I can't catch up with time. Yeah, like 24 hours in the day is not enough for me. I just time is of the essence, and yeah, I just when you're in my shoes, there's never enough time. Never enough time. So yeah, sometimes I gotta sacrifice some sleep and then roll with the punches. So thank you guys for watching. I didn't mean to take up this much of your time. 30 minutes. Yeah, I don't want to spend that much time, but 30 minutes, that's enough. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.